Hey guys, this is Ian Flanagan once again. We're still in Module 2 here, and on this particular one we're going to talk about buyer's scripts. So whenever you're driving leads into your business, you want to have a script in place to ask the questions that you're looking for on tenant buyers and also investor buyers, because you're going to get a combination of both of them. And this script could be twice as long, and different investors have different opinions on the information they want. But over the years, this is kind of how I've narrowed it down. And it's just very, very basic. I'm looking for their name, their phone number, and their email. So I can add their email to my database, or if they're an investor buyer, I want to put them in my cell phone as well. If they're tenant buyers, I'm not going to put their cell phone number in my phone, but I'm definitely going to add their email to my database. And, depending on these questions, how they answer them depends on if I'm going to call them back immediately or just add them to my database to whenever I have a property, they'll get an email from me. So name, phone number, email, pretty important. Will this be your residence or an investment property? And that question right there lets you know if it's a tenant buyer or an investor. Very simple. What areas are you looking for? And they'll be pretty specific about where they want to be, or that they'll start to dream about what they want. If they're tenant buyers, if they're investor buyers, they're going to give you a very specific area. Any particular price range, right there again, that they'll let you know where they want to be. Investors will know exactly where they are. Tenant buyers may not know because they don't know how much house they can afford. But it's definitely an important question. What size of the property, how many bedrooms do you need, bathrooms do you need, square foot of the property. Tenant buyers, if they have a big family, they're going to need at least a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, something over 1,200 feet. And investors will have a different, response to that. Another good question, how soon are you looking to buy? That lets you know the motivation. If someone's ready to go, they'll let you know. The next one, how much can you afford to put down as a down payment? Now this is where the rubber hits the road, because you're asking them how much money they have. A tenant buyer with no money, they may say, a couple $1,000 or $5,000 or whatever it may be. And a cash investor buyer, may give you that answer, they may not. They may tell you how much capital they're working with. But when you ask them what price range they're in, if they say they're closing with cash, then that's what what price range those guys are at. So find, if you have an investor that has cash and he's looking for a $100,000 house, go find him a house in the area that he's looking for, and put a deal together with another investor if you don't have inventory at that time for him. And this last question here, how much can you afford as a total monthly payment? Once again, that gives you an idea of what a tenant buyer can afford each month. Obviously, investors are going to try to get it as low as possible so they can increase their cash flow. And I'm okay with doing that. I'm not trying to knock it out of the park on every deal. Our business is built on volume, small spreads, small cash flows, and just tons of deals add up over time. And with interest on them, they just compound over time. So this is a great buyer script to get started with. Like I said, there's, this could be 3 times as long, but you just need to get just enough information on them just to cover your bases, so you have a good idea of the buyer that's calling you. So once again, I'll read through these. Can I get your name, your phone number, your email? Will this be your primary residence or an investment property? What areas are you looking for? Any particular price range? What size of property do you need? How many bedrooms, how many bathrooms and square feet? How soon are you looking to buy? How much can you afford to put down as a down payment? And how much can you afford as a total monthly payment? This is a great script to get started with. You can load this into your Answer First or Pat Live accounts and go from there. I'll see you on the next video.